Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of building an epic theme park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So in between episodes, I built this entire mound and put a drop tower on it, and also built this nice little pathway up to it. And yeah, things have been going pretty well in the park, and I also extended the coaster a little bit just to make it a little longer. And today we're going to be doing some cool stuff, such as making a restaurant, doing the station for the coaster, and probably a bunch of rocks and crystals and spiders. So before we get into anything, I want to start with some terraforming. So for this restaurant, I want it to be in the shape of a geode, a big geode right here. Nice and purple, so that is the plan. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some path down to make sure to get all the good stalls in here, such as fries, ice cream. We probably want some cotton candy, popcorn, burgers, and of course some drinks. And then over here we can have a nice little seating area. Now it is time to start on the actual geode structure, and of course for that we're going to be needing some rocks. Also, they just came out with a new update, the scaling update, which is pretty cool. We can make our rocks longer and taller or shorter. It is amazing. As you can see, we are just building it up kind of like a dome shape, because that's kind of how geodes are, circular domes. But yeah, this is going to take a lot of rocks. Also, it's not going to be gray. It's probably going to be some pinkish color, because I'm not really sure what color geodes are, but this geode is going to be a purple-pink color. And just like that, we have I'm not sure what it would be called. I wouldn't say a geode, but we got like a little cove here. And oh my god, it is so dark in here. But first, we should probably paint this beautiful thing. For example, we'll paint some of it this nice purple color. Then we also need a lighter pink. And the rest can be this bright pink. And just like that, we've got a giant pink cave. But of course, it is not complete without some crystals. And now the food court is all nice and lit up. And I think the cave looks pretty good. So next on the agenda is the station, of course, because this just will not do it. And of course, that means a couple poles. And once again, we can use these mesh roofs into the roof design. Wooden beams will also suffice, as well as these wooden frames. We should also probably change up these fences, because these don't look any good. Alright guys, so I've got a nice little curved roof going, and it's looking pretty good so far. Please do not hit the coaster. Oh, perfect. Just enough room. Now we just must paint it. I was thinking a nice like beige kind of color. And just like that, the station now looks pretty good. Now there is light in here, and I would say that the station looks pretty good. But now it is time to do this entire mound, which is going to take a lot of time and a lot of rock placing, which I am personally not excited for. But first, let's get a nice little waterfall going. And right now, of course, it looks a little bland. And of course, we fix it with rocks. And just like that, guys, this wall is looking pretty good, along with this waterfall. But for now, I think we've done enough rock placing, so I'm going to go take a quick break, and then we'll get back into the swing of things. So guys, I am back from my break, and now it is time to continue this entire section with some more rocks. And just like that, this nice little waterfall area with rocks looks pretty good. You can also place some nice lily pads in the water, and a nice looking fence. Now we have this area to deal with, and I would like to add another nice spider. But first, we should probably start with a nice wall. With this painted, we could also add some of these support things. These ones, the ones that we all know and love because they just look amazing. And once again, we need to quickly cover this terrain with rocks. This episode has been filled with a bunch of rocks because rocks are amazing. They're the best for scenery and they actually look really good. As I've said before, it's not that bad placing rocks. It's kind of relaxing. Get to listen to the nice music that they just updated with. I like it better than the old soundtrack. Now with all these rocks done, we just need to find a big spider. Or instead, we could just make one ourselves since there's not a really good one. And just like that, the spider looks pretty good, in my opinion. And it looks even better when painted. Now we just need to find something for it to stand on. With those rocks placed in, I think it looks much better. And once again, we can start with the nice greenery, putting some bushes down and some trees that are made to be like bushes. Make sure to put a few dead trees in here just to simulate sticks. Ooh, and we can put some pots here just as props because why not? And overall, I think that this section is looking good. Now we can start with this section by adding some bushes. Or once again, trees that are meant to be bushes. And then we can put some actual trees in this pile of big trees, such as one of these huge trees. And now this entire area, the waterfall and the first bit of the walk up is looking pretty good. Got some trees here, the pots, and even the spider looking pretty good. Now we've got all of this to do. But I don't think we're going to get to this in this episode just because this is probably a lot of rocks and I don't feel like doing that right now. However, we can add a few more bushes into these walls. And with the addition of a few more spiders, this area, this whole entire queue is actually looking pretty good. But first, let's add a couple more of these branches. And overall, I think we have done a lot this episode. We did a new geode cave kind of restaurant thing. We finished up a station over here. And we did a bunch of scenery. I think we've done a lot and we've accomplished a lot this episode. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.